and happy birthday. Welcome to August 2017. This is Gwendolyn, and I just want to welcome you back to the channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome. This is going to be a monthly Tarotscope for Leo, and man, oh man, this month, Leo, for you, it's going to be intense. We have... Astrologically, we just had a new moon in Leo on July 23rd. That was a precursor for the new moon in Leo we're going to have this month in your first house on August 21st. And not only is it another second new moon in Leo, but it is also a solar eclipse. There's lots of intense energy. And it being in your first house, this is like giving birth to a new you. You're kind of getting a taste of it at the end of July on the 23rd, and then it really ramps up August 21st. So if you think of a wave cresting, if you felt the energies building and intensifying, that first new moon in Leo is sort of like the height of the waters increasing, and then the wave breaks August 21st. So if you want more information about that, you could watch my videos on the new moons and the full moons. We also have a lunar eclipse on August 7th in your 7th house of partnership. It's a full moon in Aquarius. Oh my goodness. So, and that's, the moon rules our emotional life. So, and then when we have a lunar eclipse, it shows us the shadow side, lots of stuff. This is going to be a very intense month, Leo, and you guys might be feeling it the most. We also have a Mercury retrograde this month, August 13th. Mercury goes retrograde in its ruling house of Virgo, and that lasts up until September 5th. So, you know, I'm just going to say batten down the hatches, Leo. You guys are in for a wild ride. And it's, you know what, it's giving birth to a new you. The Sabian symbol for 29 degrees Leo is a mermaid emerging from the ocean and being ready to be birthed into human form. So I want you to use that image, Leo, to help you realize that this is a next evolutionary stage for you. This is very intense. And for those of you who are in North America, this solar eclipse in your first house can be seen, it's going to be passing over North America from you know, one side to the other. So it's going to be intense. And just, you know, accept the intensity. You guys can be fiery as it is. And there's sort of like a new you that's being birthed into form. Now, birth can be very painful, but it's also one of the most glorious things. So this is an opportunity for you to give birth to a new you over the next 6 months, Leo. It's going to be intense. See if you can ride it out. Just put on your seatbelt is all I can say. So let's get into the Tarotscope for Leo for August. Let's see what's coming up for you Lions. What's coming up for Leo for August? We know it's going to be intense. We know it's going to be a wild ride. That can be a very positive thing. Let's see what's coming up. Temperance, yeah, maintain an even keel. This is going to help you throughout August, Leo. You know, this is an interesting card here because temperance has to do with finding balance, synthesis, creating something new. That's what this triangle on Temperance's chest is about. This is fire energy, and I love that it's showing up for you Leos, because this is like when you come into balance with something, a third thing arises. It's sort of like that energy of mother and father. When they come together, they give rise to a new third, you know, having a baby, it's creation, it's synthesis. It is, in some decks, this is called art, because it's the balancing of two opposing forces that creates a third element. And this is a very stable card. This is the Angel of Peace. It's a card that has to do with Sagittarius, which is another fire sign, which means exploring new horizons. And I really get the sense, Leo, if you can find balance and order, be the calm in the eye of the storm. There's going to be storms going on all around you. But if you can manage to pour things back and forth between the extreme opposites that are happening and find that third stabilizing force, find that balance and calm in the center of the storm, you're elevating to new heights. You are coming to a new peace within yourself, Leo. So, and you may be giving birth to something. You may be creating something new. A new thing can arise, is what I'm going to say with temperance. A new sense of peace, a new sense of fulfillment, a new sense of a new you. So harness this new moon in Leo, both the one at the end of July and then this breaking wave that is happening August 21st with the solar eclipse. And find peace, find elevation, find this is a great card to meditate on for the whole of August, Leo. So I'm going to just put that out there. Giving birth into form of something new, whether it's new you or something that's coming from you. It's gorgeous, Leo. So that's your opening card. We do have a Three of Swords here. Okay, I'm going to talk about that in a moment. And needing to get a new perspective on something. Something's going to be on your mind first week of August, Leo. Some need to stand up for yourself, maybe bury yourself in work a little bit. I'm seeing, some of you this first week of August may be tangling with something on your heart. Sometimes, traditionally, Three of Swords represents a breakup. That could be for some of you. It's not going to necessarily be all of you. But Three of Swords, when I said find the calm in the midst of the storm, this is the storm. You can see the rain clouds here, So I don't want to concern all of you too much, but this is just in its prime form. Three of Swords is disappointment, heartache, betrayal, sadness. It's those themes. But in the imagery in this card, you can see that it is the swords that are damaging the heart. And swords represent mentality. They represent thoughts. So one of a great reader friends of mine gave an image of this is Madame Pamita. She had said, what swords do you need to pull out of your heart in order for it to heal? It may feel painful and it may feel difficult and terrible, but the purpose of this card is to identify what are the thoughts that are piercing your heart. See if you can pull them out in order for your heart to mend. And you might have to do one at a time. What is your belief that is piercing your heart that's making it hurt so much, Leo? You guys, Leo rules the heart. So it's particularly challenging for you Leos when you come across something that hurts your heart. I'm going to say take good care of your heart, especially the beginning weeks of August. Whatever, I want you to try to identify what are the thoughts that are hurting your heart. Is there something that is piercing your heart that is that needs to be pulled out of it in order for you to heal, for your heart to become whole again? Because that's where you're headed. If you look at both Temperance and Hangman, both major arcanas, by the way, the thing that they have in common is this theme of enlightenment. He's got this enlightenment around his head here, and Temperance has this crown of enlightenment waiting in the background, as well as this halo. So I'm going to give you that image of the halo around the head. That's peace. That's enlightenment. And it's surrounding what's going on here. So this is where things are dark. It's stormy. It's raining. It's interesting because these two are like the dark night of the soul, in many ways. Three of Swords, Nine of Swords. But what's surrounding them is these cards of great peace. Hangman finds peace even in discomfort. He's hung up for everyone to see. He does things his own unique way. He doesn't worry about what others think. He has a completely different perspective on things. He's at a 180 from everyone else. And he finds comfort in discomfort. So he pushes through his comfort zone and he finds enlightenment there. He looks at things from a complete 180, and that's where he gets this new perspective, this enlightenment from. So I'm really seeing, you know, what I had said before is with August being a roller coaster, it's like, here's peace and then crying and then finding comfort, being okay, seeing things from a different perspective, finding peace again, and then almost like crying over it though. So you're kind of like these ups and these downs and these ups and these downs. So I'm just going to say again, Leo, especially first week of August, you know, recognize that it may be a roller coaster ride. Recognize that you may have some wild swings between being totally okay and finding moments of grace and finding moments of bliss even, and then, you know, finding moments of feeling like you can't handle it all, like you're staying up at night, like you're worrying about things. I'm going to say really take care of your mentality in the first week of August here, because there's lots of swords energy and it's not the easiest thing to get through. So especially with both of these, what swords do you need to get rid of? You know, interestingly enough, this card, you can see she's only interacting with 3 swords here. It's these 3 swords. You know, it's legitimate heartache. It's legitimate things you're struggling with. But these 6 swords are not even interacting with her. So it's kind of saying you have 3 swords that you're tangling with, but don't make it into 9, Leo. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't go in circles in your mind and destroy yourself with it. See if you can access this piece of temperance, even if it means like getting comfortable in an uncomfortable position, leaning into the discomfort. There's a Buddhist monk named Pema Chodron that says, you know, sometimes you have to lean into discomfort to find the peace. In this image in particular, Leo, I like to emphasize that if he struggles, if he panics, he only makes it harder on himself. If he gets calm and he accepts the situation and he leans into this comfort, it can actually become a very comfortable position. And that's where he does find enlightenment. It's that halo again, okay? So there's a lot going on. This was here. But you have this major arcana energy surrounding whatever's going on with this 3 of swords. Don't let it keep you up at night. Don't make it into more than it's not. Don't let your mind take over. I'm going to give you this image too of the mind is a wonderful servant, but a horrible master. So whatever you can do to get out of swords energy in the first week of, or the first third of August, Leo, that's really going to help you. And that means, because swords energy is air energy, I'm going to say connect with earth energy, if that means spending time in nature, gardening, connecting with the earth. Maybe it's putting up a picture of a mountain, connecting with animals, anything that is tangible that you can hold on to, grounding meditations, that's going to help you. Connecting with water energy is really going to help you find peace, Leo. So that is participating in emotional energy. Maybe it means going out on the water, being near bodies of water, looking at pictures of like a serene lake. You know, this is grounded between, again, the earth energy and the water energy. Look who's here, angel of peace. And then fire energy. There's a lot of fire going on already. There's so many planets in fire, and you are a fire sign. So that may help you also, but especially the earth and the water energy, that's going to help tame this down. Don't get stuck in your head, Leo. First part of August, it's just going to drive you crazy. It's just going, you need to get rid of some swords, not add more. So again, the mind is a horrible, a wonderful servant, but a horrible master. So I'm going to give you that. And I'm seeing 3 elements here, 3 and 9. 3 squared is 9. Like, don't double up. Don't compound your problems. You're thinking about the problems. Let it be 3. And in fact, maybe pull 1 out. Let it be 2. Pull 1 out. Let it be 1. Pull that last one out. Let your heart be whole and full. You need that, Leo. You are about the heart. You're about the solar plexus. So use temperance and hanged man to kind of guide you through whatever these challenges are. You have a lot of access to peace. You really do. Even through discomfort, you have a lot of access to bliss, as long as you don't overthink things. So that's going to be my recommendation for you during this first week of August, Leo. Second week, you might be really focused on work, Leo. I mean, honestly, here in August, your center cards are earth cards. They're coin cards. This means you might have some real thoughts about your work because you're becoming someone new in August. So this means putting your nose to the grindstone, grinding out work, being productive. Two of coins means, considering the balance of money, considering, okay, well, is the value of what I have over here worth what the effort I'm putting out over here? I feel maybe a little stretched thin financially. I'm standing on one foot. I feel a little unbalanced. I feel like topsy-turvy. The essence of this card is being flexible, being willing to, bend with the changing circumstances that come at you, because boy, oh boy, there's a lot of change happening. You're giving birth to a new person. How do you balance all that? You might have some resistance against work too in the middle of the month, especially in your job, in your whatever you've been doing creatively, how you usually make money. It's kind of like, I'm sick of sitting at this workbench. I'm tired of it. It's just grinding it out. It's feeling like drudgery. You're going to have to find some sort of balance between what it takes to maintain your life and changing things up. Try to be flexible. This is rigidity. When this is in reverse, it's like being stuck, being chained to your desk. This is flexibility. And it may be being stretched thin, maybe feeling like you have to keep all these balls in the air, but it can be a sense of fun and freedom. This is not fun and freedom at all. But I'm going to say, how can you arrange things so that you have some fun, flexibility in terms of your work? Still working hard, still getting it done, still cranking it out. This is a responsible person. This is not someone who shirks away from their responsibilities, but this is a more playful energy. This is like saying, how can I still cover all my bases, but have a little bit more fun with it? Maybe I need to scale back my hours and get a part-time job to add to it instead, 2 part-time jobs instead of a full-time job, or whatever. It's just getting creative. It's having fun. It's being flexible. Maybe I need to balance my time out instead of all grinding it away at work and getting tired of it. I need to balance fun, play and work, and still cover the bases. So that's what your invitation is, the middle of the month, Leo. It's an invitation to bring more flexibility, bring more adaptability. This can also be a great card of humor. This is joint finances. Maybe you don't have to be the one grinding out all the work and, doing all of it. Maybe you're tired of that. Maybe there's a way that you can share the load with someone else. This is joint finances, 2 of coins. Or it could, like I said, be a split of, maybe half your money goes towards more practical things, and maybe half of it goes towards more fun things. There needs to be a balance there. This is also a card of balance, and it's saying you're not trusting yourself on your intuition. High Priestess knows the answer. She does. And she's a card of balance. Again, that black and white, the Boaz and Joachim, the pillars that hold up the fort. She relies on her inner knowing of what's going to hold up that fort. She has the scroll of information on her lap. She trusts her intuition. She gets quiet and listens. Really reminds me of this card, Leo. Getting quiet, listening in, finding peace. These are both very peaceful cards. They're going to really help you. But you're not trusting. This being in reverse says to me that you're not trusting or listening or getting quiet enough to listen to what you know inside. You know the answer. High Priestess is here, another major arcana. But when it's in reverse, there's fear, doubt, or resistance towards listening to that. So I want you to lean on your intuition. Middle of the month, this kind of shows that lunar eclipse around August 7th. So heading into the second week that second week is going to be governed by that lunar eclipse. So I really want you to tune into your emotional world and not discount it. What am I feeling? I really want you to ask that question. What am I feeling? This week is about thoughts and how can I find peace? What thoughts do I need to remove from my heart, from my mind to get a whole heart again and find peace? This week is going to be about work and feeling. So I want you to trust your intuition. You know, your feelings are telling you something. So, and they will provide you with balance. You just have to trust it. Again, that you may need to loosen some things up regarding work, or just be a little bit flexible and adaptable. You know, maybe it's saying, I don't need I still am at that workbench and I'm grinding it out, but I don't need all of my focus to be there. Maybe I need my focus to be like, okay, I'm covering my bases, but I can have fun too. So that's what's going on for you mid-month. There's also a sense of maybe not feeling like you have the ability to stand up for yourself. And this surprises me, Leo, because you guys are usually you're the lion that roars. This is 7 of Wands. It means standing up for yourself, being assertive. It means success despite adversity. Because in this card, he's got the advantageous position. He's up top. He's either fighting off these other 6 people below, or he's leading them. So it's saying in the reverse position, there's fear, doubt, or resistance towards leading that charge, to standing up for yourself, to being assertive, to commanding your own will, to leading that charge. So with High Priestess and 7 of Wands in reverse, middle of the month, what is it that you're not trusting about yourself, Leo? What is it that you're not believing in yourself about? Even, like, are you even doubting yourself at work? 8 of Coins. I mean, it's possible that because this new you is being given birth to, you're doing things in a different way and you're changing things up, and therefore it may be like challenging your confidence. But I'm really going to say what's going to serve you is this flexibility, adaptability, go with the flow. Go with the changes. Have a sense of humor about it. You know, the tides go up and down, just like here, up and down. And if you can be like a ship and go up and down with those tides, you're going to be all right. If you can be like this juggler and like adapt to being on one foot, being off balance, being okay with it, you know, like, I'm going to be okay, even though I have a sense of humor, even though things are changing, I'm going to arrange it so that I still can keep all the balls in the air. So week 2, or the middle of August, let me say, trust yourself. Listen to your gut. Listen to those emotions that bubble up. Do stand up for yourself. Do be assertive. You know, do the things that you need to do, Leo, to keep yourself in a sense of balance, even if it's fluctuating, even if it's changing. I'm really getting this like frequency for you here. Up and down and up and down. Find peace. It's okay if one foot's in the water, one foot's on land. It's okay. You know, it's okay if it's uncomfortable. You can get illumination there. You can watch it go by. Just try not to get too trapped in your head. That'll help you. First part of August. Middle part, trust yourself. The last part of August, let's see what we have. We've got King of Swords in reverse. We have 10 of Cups in reverse, 5 of Coins, and Empress in reverse. So there's a lot of good stuff here, just like the middle of August, but don't talk yourself out of it. Fear, when cards are in reverse, fear, doubt, or resistance are compromising them. And, you know, if you give into 5 of Coins energy, this can feel like being left out in the cold. So, and like a lot of loss. These cards are very abundant surrounding it. It's really interesting. You've got a lot of like flip-flopped energy, almost extremes. Like, look at this. I just want to point out something to you, Leo. Look at this. 10 of Cups and Empress. How abundant is that? This is the most amount of cups on a card. It's the family. It's joyousness. Their kids dancing and playing. Cups represent the emotional element, so it means having all of your cups filled. It's the end of the rainbow. It's where all the gold is. Empress too, prosperous, abundant. Everything she touches grows. She's completely satisfied, supremely satisfied. Empress, you know, rules satisfaction. She rules pleasure. She rules everything being full and fertile and growing. And again, there's children in both of these cards. She's usually depicted as pregnant. So this is beautiful towards the end of August, but it's in reverse. So it's like you have access to that, but there's some sort of challenge, conflict, pain, fear, doubt, resistance to letting that in. Like, what is it that you need to push through in order to experience those fully? Some of you may be feeling abandoned. This is the beggar card. It's being left out in the cold. If you're feeling any of this in the end of August, Leo, turn towards this warm stained glass, the spiritual world. This is where it's always warm inside. And this is really a choice of focus. Do you want to focus on what's out here in the mundane world, where the head is bandaged, where it's wounded, where you're left in the cold? Or do you want to focus on where it's warm, where it's inviting, the spiritual world, where you get sustenance, where you get taken care of? You know, this is really going to be a choice at the end of August for you. And we've got King of Swords in reverse. So if there's an air sign that you are working with or dealing with, that could be Aquarius. Ooh, I'm just getting it. This could be remnants of the Aquarius lunar eclipse right after this. But if you're dealing with Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, they may not be themselves towards the end of August. Normally, King of Swords is someone who is very committed to the truth. He's analytical, he's wise, he's decisive, he makes good rational decisions. He's got experience, and he makes decisions based on that. But when he's in the reverse, it's saying that either this air sign is not being themselves, or there's someone who's not being truthful. There's someone who's not committing to the truth. It's someone who's out of alignment with the truth, who normally is in alignment with the truth. So whether that's you or someone else, I'm not necessarily seeing this as you, Leo. I'm seeing this as someone else. Maybe someone who you used to rely on. I mean, this could be a father figure, a landlord, a boss, somebody who is just very analytical and sees things from a mental point of view. I'm not seeing that that's going to serve you at the end of August so much, Leo. You really need to focus on what fills you up. What fills your cup at the end of August, Leo? You need to bring that to yourself, because that's where you experience this 10 of Cups and Empress. Both of these are family people. So whoever your family is, now whether that's your friends, whether that's your actual family, whether that's like-minded people, that's where you find your richness and your abundance. And I'm going to say connect with kids too, Leo. That's going to help you, because that's where she feels fulfilled. That's where this family feels fulfilled. Even creative projects can look like kids for us. What are you giving birth to, Leo? That's what August is about, this new you. Try to resist any temptation to go into victim mentality, or feeling left out in the cold, or feeling like, you know, sometimes this looks like financial losses. It looks like material losses. It's focus on the spiritual world. That's where your sustenance is. That's where the warmth is. That's where the nurturing is. And you Leos just want to be pet. You just want to be stroked. You want your manes to be like, you know, you really just want to purr. So allow that in, Leo. You have this at the end of the month. You have 10 of Cups and Empress. They're available for you. Or this. What fear, doubt, or resistance do you need to remove to experience this, Leo? It's sitting there waiting for you. But you do need to believe in that. Lean into this. In the same way you need to maybe lean into discomfort in the first week to relieve it, you kind of need to lean into the belief that you can be fulfilled and happy and satisfied. There's a lot of really great, beautiful energy here. And I'm going to leave you with these two cards to kind of look at and meditate upon. 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment, joy, peace, harmony, family, love, end of the rainbow, Empress. You know, feeling satisfied, feeling abundant, feeling prosperous, feeling completely full. Everything grows around her. You know, she's pregnant. She's giving birth to something. She is like the fertile, fecund mother that everything is just blooming. You're blooming here, Leo. This is a really good card for you. So meditate upon those, Leo. This is available to you in August. You just have to kind of lean into this, believe this, and allow it is what I'm really getting. Allow this. Don't go for this. Don't sell yourself short. Don't give your energy to feeling left out in the cold or abandoned or victimized or, you know, just left out. Turn your thoughts towards the abundance that's here always, in the warmth and the light, the nurturing, and you may be able to tap into these. I'm really hoping that you do, Leo, because they are there for you. Just be careful about your mind, especially first week. Don't let it rule you. You rule your mind. You know, it's your servant. Your heart may need to heal on something. You have a lot of opportunity to find balance, to find bliss, to find grace, to find enlightenment, peace. Both these cards, beautiful. You're going to have to trust your emotional instincts and just kind of go with the flow, find balance, trust yourself, middle of the month. And then end of the month, see what is available to you. You actually have a lot, but you may not trust it. Don't believe someone who's telling you things that are not true. Even if they're saying this is what you should do, this is, you know, this is like the expert trying to give you advice, but it's not necessarily helpful to you at the end of the month. You need to see the value and the beauty and abundance of what's surrounding you and not give in to feeling like you're left out in the cold. You know, there's a lot of really good stuff here in August. It's just going to be like a little intense. So I'm seeing a lot of gray cards here too. So just see if you can find the middle road. That's really going to serve you. Again, I'm going to go back to this card, Temperance. Just find that middle path. When it seems like extremes are happening, you know, just go back to your heart. That's where you live. That's where you should live. And I'll have a video about this solar eclipse on August 21st. It's a solar eclipse that's affecting the star Regulus. You know, it's your ruling planet. It's actually, you know, ruling star for Leo is the sun. So having the sun eclipsed can be really intense and jarring for Leo. And these new moons in Leo, I mean, it's like it's all coming at you at once. So you really need to preserve your sanity, your peace. There's a lot of beautiful moments of revelation if you can stay balanced in August, Leo. I'm really kind of excited for you, actually, because you're going to be giving birth to something new at the end of the month. And from August 21st on, there's a new Leo emerging. It's like you have the opportunity to be like a new kitten in your first house, new moon in Leo, solar eclipse, a new you that's going to be developing over the 6 months. So really enjoy that. You know, take on Temperance and Empress and this 10 of Swords energy. These are your bookends for the month. So enjoy that, Leo. Thank you for watching so much. As always, if you enjoyed this reading, feel free to share it with another Leo or give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, I'll have a link up above where you can do that. If you'd like to comment or if you have any questions, feel free to put those in the comments below. And as always, I just want to thank everyone so much for watching. You know, August is going to be an intense month, especially for you Leos. So just hold tight, buckle in, you know, stay true to your balance. And I'm excited for the new you that's going to be emerging, Leo. So that's my reading. Thanks as always for watching. Yours in the stars.